better say something or just shut up.
Yeah.
And I watched the interview and it was a bit the same. But then, did you see like the Q&A afterwards?
No.
Like it was like it's supposed to be off air, but they kept filming and the people from the crowd like asking questions.
Oh, really? I would have liked to see that.
As if that got kept under wraps.
Yeah, I know. And like you watch that, and it's so different. Like just the persona.
Yeah.
And the way he answers the questions, because he just answers it naturally. It's not like on air.
Yeah, because like on air, it all seemed a little bit like pre-prepared, like he knew what he was going to say.
Of course.
Yeah, exactly. But when it's like a natural, like maybe he's just bad on camera. I don't know. But
No, well, I reckon he answered the questions really well, but she just failed to follow up with any of his answers on those questions.
Yeah, she didn't push him.
yeah, there's still so much more they got to say. But
Yeah, of course. So, what do you reckon about BJ?
that's all. DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel a bit bad for DJ.
What do you mean? What about Goddard? Why would you feel bad for Goddard, Big Bird?
Well, he came before all this shit came down, and
Do you reckon he's the angriest player in the league? Underneath?
I hope he's angry this year.
This year? He'd be fucking spewing ever since he signed the contract.
How long's he signed on
Like
for?
that.
He walked right into this. His first pre-season was this.
Yeah, but all throughout, he sort of stood up for the players.
Oh, he's been fantastic.
I
He's been
respect him for
fantastic.
that.
But do you reckon he's going to get that flag that he said he was not going to be able to get at St Kilda?
What, you reckon he'll get it at St Kilda? Maybe
I honestly reckon he's going to come up. He's going to jump over. He's got to.
Yeah, well, hopefully he does.
It'll be like Kanye West at the end of Gayfish. Don't worry, guys, I'm going home.
Hey Biggie, out of all the names that have come up since the what do you call it?
The top up draft.
The top up draft. That's it.
Yeah.
Who are you looking forward to? Like, who has been the biggest surprise, I guess, or the one that you didn't think? Crowley.
Crowley's pretty obvious. That'll be interesting.
Yeah. What did you think about Crowley beforehand? I can't remember whether you were a fan of him or not. I can't remember.
I'll say I was always a fan.
You go on record.
I think
He's one of those players you love if he's on your team.
Yeah.
But the opposition supporters hate him, which is I like him now.
So who
We're going to need that.
Who do you have
'Cause
confirmed?
we're going to get bullied this year. We need someone like that.
Bloody oath! You need someone to be able to stick up to the sledges and probably dish him back himself. I mean, yeah.
So who have you got confirmed, Big Bird?
Concerned.
Yeah. There's your top ups.
We've only signed 3, I think. So
Yeah, Crowley, Simpson, and what's
James
his name?
Kelly
Yeah.
and
James Kelly. That's a
Jonathan Simpson.
Yeah. Wait, I reckon you guys would be mad to not get his brother, the Tommy Simpkin. If we didn't have such a dearth of key position players down at the Samers.
Oh yeah, all Australians down there, aren't they?
Yes.
So I reckon he's better
What are you
than.
going to do without Jakey Carl?
Struggle.
Business as usual. Business as usual.
Big Bird. There goes the game plan.
What game plan?
Yeah, that's the
There's no
weekend's
game
ruin
plan
for the
for
boys.
Hey,
That's the weekend's ruin for the boys.
What are you talking about? They're going to be able to go and meet Carlisle out, and he'll be
He'll
coked
have
up already.
he'll have the lines racked up by the time they get the
No,
sirens
I'll tell you
going.
that. But Assad will be sitting outside on Chapel Street at the front of Revolver going, what's going on here? Team meeting? I don't think so.
Big Bird.
I'll work with a mad St Kilda supporter, and he reckons he's going to be the next Andrew Lovett. He's not going to play against St Kilda, you reckon?
That's a great bones call, Big Bird. I'm going to bring him out for that. I reckon that's probably going to happen.
I've been hearing that, and there probably is an element of it, but obviously...
Not good to end the year off.
No, it's not conducive to coming out and being a beast, but...
Marsh's number will be one of those numbers that it'll have to be.
An asterisk.
It'll be an asterisk.
You're going to have to wait for a couple of draftee to come through.
There's an ellipsis beforehand. It's like dot.
Yeah, true. So yeah, that has thrown in the spanner. But who else do you want as a top-up player?
I don't know. There's not really that much to choose from, to be honest.
Do you know why I reckon they're not allowing St Kilda, Doggies and Port to replace the players?
Why is that?
Because they're looking after your mob. They want Essendon to, get their list all filled up, and then we get the scraps of the top-ups. That's how it's going to work.
They want to win the flag this year, that's why.
Oh, well, if you get Tommy Simpkin and Aaron Sipos, you're on the way. And Sam Donnell. I reckon you get Sam Donnell too. And another one would be Sardi. You're going to have the Saints reserves.
You may as well get Delaney.
Actually,
who do all those guys play for?
Sandringham, Williamstown.
You'll take Matt D. And he deserves a shot.
He's the next one on the list.
Yeah, he deserves a shot. He won our VFL Best and Fairest last year. And he's just... Yeah.
He's a defender, isn't he?
Yeah, solid defender.
That's what we're going to suffer the most.
Yeah, with no hooker and no Hurley.
Do you think it's wrong that the Saints and
plus
Melbourne...
we've lost Carlisle and Fletcher as well.
Yeah. Actually, what's his name? Bagley? Was he part of the...
Yeah.
He's gone as well.
But he's just a back pocket. No, he's still playing. He's vice captain now. So.
Bagley is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Jeez.
He's a gun.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's so underrated.
What about Collier?
No, he's gone.
No, he's gone.
Big Bird. What are you gonna do this season? Are you gonna what do you what?
Have you done membership?
Do you have some interesting kind of maybe this might happen or like some?
Yeah.
What's your mindset as a regular Bomber supporter going into a season that's kind of set up? We've been precursed with such.
You'll still beat Melbourne.
It sounds stupid, but it's sort of a little bit exciting as well.
Definitely.
Because all the young players are going to get a go. Who knows? You might uncover a few gems.
Definitely.
That's why I honestly reckon the last couple of years being a Saints man, going to games not expecting to win, but expecting just to have a good look at the young fellas. It's been the most stress-free and fun time.
At all. So.
Yeah, exactly. So you can just go there and just enjoy a game of footy. You see
it's not going to be good to watch sometimes.
But there'll be moments in every game.
Jared, you have to admit that there must be a game where you win. There's got to be a game where you win. Can you imagine
that's going to be sweet.
It's going to be huge.
If David King hasn't come out and made his call that they're not going to win a game all year.
Did he say that?
He said that about the Saints.
Oh, yeah, that's
He
right.
said they weren't going to win a game?
Yeah, last year.
No.
Yeah, he's a twit.
Oh, they might not, but if they do, then it's a pretty good effort.
You'll beat us, man. You beat us with the reserves team twice last year.
I'm pretty confident beating the D's.
You don't want to just beat us. Who obviously, what, Collingwood? Apart from Collingwood, who would you want to call in the win the most if you were to pick one?
Oh, Carlton's going to be sweet.
Oh, really?
Carlton are just as shit as we are, even without our players.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's an even bet between you two and Brisbane.
It's going to be like a repeat of the Bryce Gibbs Cup. Yeah, at least we get Gibbs on first draft pick.
Yeah, true. And then, how do you think bringing players back next year?
Huh?
I mean,
who are the potential retirements?
Well, probably just Joe, if he comes back.
Joe?
What about Stanton? How old's
Stanton's only 29.
Really? Fuck, he looks about 40.
Every single player will get offered a new contract, no doubt.
Oh, that's
So whether they want to come back, that's the other thing.
yeah, that's the other thing is, the litigation side.
actually-
They're allowed to leave as a free agent.
Wait, one thing that I reckon, Big Bird, how the AFL could sort of do Essendon a little bit of justice would be, at the end of this year, allow them the end of first round pick as compensation, because they've lost, well, they got 2 years of draft concessions, a $2 million fine, and a year's suspension on their players, plus the toll that it's had and being removed from the final series. And really, for a competitive Essendon, I think that would do them a little bit of a nudge in the right direction, because you're going to have players who might not even... You've essentially lost a year's worth of development and blokes playing. So
well, most of the guys that are out are sort of senior guys, so it's not really development. It's more fitness and game.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. I meant more like the whole team to just develop and sort of go to the next level. So that's been put on standstill to an extent for a year.
You got a good coach there to set things up, man. You've got the chemist, Walter White. I mean, what's his name?
So it's funny. I think Essendon could surprise everybody.
So you don't reckon they could just get a little bit of a leg up with a draft pick at the end of the first round?
No, fuck them.
Really?
No.
Really? That's strongly on it.
Yeah, I don't think they'll get that.
I don't think they will either, but they've been overly penalised for this whole thing, I think.
It's been allowed to drag on because of the actions of the club, and
If it finishes as it is now, then so be it. I don't think they should get any more or any less.
Yeah, exactly. If this is it,
It
this
should
is
be
it.
finished.
Biggie, before we go, Jobe Watson and his Brownlow.
Brownlow,
What do you think?
Should he hand deliver it to Cochin, or should he just send a driver?
I don't know. Depends what the players do next. If they appeal, then he should hand it over. But if they decide to cop it on the chin, then he should hand it over. But
I reckon it's going to be an asterisk because of all the betting involved will cause it to be just the...
Maybe it's too late for that.
It's not too late.
It's too late. It's way too late to pay out bets. Like,
Well, exactly.
That's done and
Yeah, that's
dusted.
what I mean.
Well, you know, so did...
With too much
bad.
hassle.
It's
So
like,
that's
cop
what
that,
Jobe thought
punters.
as well when he won it.
I don't think they'll award it to Mitchell or Cochin.
I don't reckon. That's...
It'll just be
Well,
an
you think it'll
asterisk.
just be a no one won that year?
Yep.
Yeah, it'll just be null and void.
You probably... That's actually... Because thinking about it, if you were Cochin or Mitchell, you wouldn't want it on a technicality.
Mitchell would.
Yeah.
Mitchell would.
You've missed your limelight to
Mitchell.
the chat.
Yeah, you missed the moment to do it. You know, you had that season and someone else won, and you
I
put
reckon
that
Mitchell's
to bed.
he's blowing up Gillen's phone saying, oh yeah, so what's happening with this medal, huh?
I think he gets a bad rap, man. He's a great player.
He's
Hey,
a great player.
Big Bird,
He's
what-
a wanker.
But why is he a wanker?
Ah, he's wank. Big Bird. What about Kelly? How's she reacted to everything?
Not much at all, really. This time of year, she doesn't think about football like that.
Does she even know? Is she going to rock up to round one and be like, where are all our players? Like, what are all these new guys doing
Took me
here?
a couple of days to tell her what happened.
Like, how happy were you?
Break it to us slow.
How happy were you that you got Craig Bird and Darcy Parish out of Jake Carlisle?
Yeah, pretty lucky, really.
Well, Bird's a gun too, so...
He's a good player. He's a perfect player to come into this season.
He's a solid player.
Definitely.
All right, Biggie. We're going to let you go.
It's been a pleasure,
All
mate.
right, fellas.
We'll talk to you in the real season.
Okay, happy Australia Day.
Indeed, you too.
Hey, have you voted? Who's going to win?
The Drones, Tarmachad.
Yes, that's what I put down.
Oh.
But I don't think they'll win it. I think it'll be...
Hopefully top 10, but more
They
likely
won't
top
even
20.
be top 100, I reckon.
Yeah, probably not. All right, Big Bird.
Happy Oz Day,
All
mate.
right, fellas.
Over.
I'll feed us in.
Catch you later.
See ya. Oh, the Big Bird. Always the voice of reason.
Yeah.
I'm
on the drug. I'm on the drug. I'm on the drug.
5 or 6 years, and we're the new fish. Just saying, hey, buddy, what's going on?
Yeah. All right, boys. Well, we're going to wrap that first half up, and then we're going to come back and talk about...
Finish off,
I guess finish off. We'll talk about our clubs a
Are
little
we
bit.
going
maybe.
out on the chair?
We are going out on the chin.
Yeah.
I said, I'll have one of those. Hillary had it in his veins. Hillary had it in his veins. Hillary had Everest in his veins. I'm soaked in moon was not the same. Heroes explored to give us hope. River pushed back the envelope. Drank the slab, drank